Hello and welcome to the KDF Friday Bulletin. I am Sergeant Kasim Ali. The Bulletin is a show to keep you updated on events undertaken by the Ministry of Defense over the week. In our highlights tonight, Cabinet Secretary Defense presides over 39th Joint Command Staff College graduation ceremony. The Vice Chief of Defense Forces hosts Major General Halo Edosa. General Officer Commanding Western Command flags off East African Community Field Training Exercise contingent to Rwanda. Moi Forces Academy Nairobi holds its annual Career Day. Kenya Air Force to mark 60 years of existence tomorrow. To start us off, the Cabinet Secretary for Defense, Honorable Aden Duale, presided over the graduation ceremony of Senior Joint Command and Staff Corps held at the Joint Command and Staff College graduation grounds in Karen here in Nairobi. A total of 89 officers, the ranks of Lieutenant Colonel and Major, drawn from Kenya, Botswana, Burundi, Egypt, India, Malawi, Namibia, Nepal, Rwanda, Sierra Leone, South Africa, South Sudan, Tanzania, Uganda and Zambia attended the year-long course. Joint Command and Staff College is a tri-service constituent college of National Defense University, Kenya, where tactical level commanders and staff officers from the Kenya Defense Forces and allied countries train on command and staff duties that will enable them drive the operation process to achieve favorable strategic, operational and tactical outcomes.
Speaking during the graduation, the Cabinet Secretary congratulated the graduates for successfully completing the course.
It's my utmost pleasure to join the Joint Command and Staff College fraternity today, and I extend my sincere congratulations to the graduating class on this auspicious occasion.
He also expressed his appreciation to the allied countries for their continued cooperation in military training.
The friendship and the professional relationship you have established here will be invaluable as you ascend to senior military leadership.
Also speaking at the event, the Commandant Joint Command and Staff College, Major General Eric Kinuthia, appreciated the distinguished blend of participants from various formations and countries, which he said is a platform for sharing experiences, enhancing synergy and capacity of the participants.
We take pride as a college that today we are presenting to our services and the military forces hereby represented a cohort of refined, knowledgeable and skilled officers ready for deployment in any command and staff responsibilities.
Honorable Aden Duale, Cabinet Secretary for Defense, delivered a keynote address during the African Regional Responsible Artificial Intelligence in Military workshop held here in Nairobi. The two-day event enabled delegates and military personnel from 14 African countries and across the globe to discuss artificial intelligence implications and responsibilities in the military.
In his address, Honorable Duale asserted that together militaries can create a future where artificial intelligence not only strengthens defense capabilities but also upholds the principle of justice, peace and human dignity.
We must ensure that AI technologies are developed and deployed in ways that are transparent, accountable, and are aligned with our shared values and international norms and standards.
On the same platform, Chief of Defense Forces General Charles Kahariri highlighted the importance of knowing the profound impact that artificial intelligence is having and its transformative power in technology, enhancing capabilities, improving decision-making processes, and ensuring the security and sovereignty of the states.
In the military domain, AI holds the promise of enhancing our capabilities, improving decision-making processes, and ensuring the security and sovereignty of our nations.
Korean Ambassador, His Excellency Wang Ikli, and Chief of Information Officer, Netherlands, Joran van de Vlegut, affirmed that artificial intelligence has extraordinary potential as an enabling technology and the potential risks must be adequately addressed to safeguard the international security and uphold the international law.
Switching gears, the Vice Chief of Defense Forces, Lieutenant General John Omenda, hosted the outgoing chairperson of the Ceasefire and Transitional Security Arrangement Monitoring and Verification Mechanism, Major General Halu Gonfa Edosa, at the Defense Headquarters here in Nairobi. The mandate of the Ceasefire and Transitional Security Arrangement Monitoring and Verification Mechanism entails monitoring, verification, compliance and reporting to Intergovernmental Authority on Development Council of Ministers. During the visit, they discussed security development in South Sudan, the implementation of Transitional Security Arrangement, and also introduced the incoming chairman, Major General Yitayal Jilo Bitou. General Officer Commanding Western Command, Major General Jeff Nyaga, handed the Kenyan flag to the contingent representing Kenya in the East African Community 13th Field Training Exercise at the Defense Forces Recruits Training School in Eldoret. Ushirikiano Imara Exercise 2024 will be held in Gako, Rwanda. The exercise is being conducted pursuant to the East African Community Protocol on Cooperation in Defense Affairs and East African Community that aims at bringing together East African Community partner states, militaries, and other civilian stakeholders to plan and conduct integrated missions.
Speaking during the ceremony, Major General Nyaga urged the Kenyan team to demonstrate professionalism, integrity, discipline in order to achieve the set out goals of the exercise. The General Officer Commanding urged the troops to be good ambassadors of the Republic of Kenya by maintaining a high sense of professionalism and discipline in all their undertakings.
KDF, we are known for maintaining the highest degree of professionalism, and we don't expect anything less than that from you.
The Kenyan contingent commander, Brigadier Bernard Korir, will lead a team comprising of personnel drawn from the Kenya Defense Forces, the National Police Service, and the Kenya Prison Service.
Major General Mohammed Nur Hassan, the Deputy Army Commander, presided over the Defense Forces Constabularies pass-out parade at the School of Infantry in Isiolo County. The ceremony marked the successful completion of the 6-month rigorous basic military training, and the constabularies will henceforth be deployed to various services, formations, and units of the Kenya Defense Forces.
In his address to the graduates, the Deputy Army Commander emphasized the importance of observing Kenya Defense Forces core values, which are professionalism, remaining apolitical, the civil prerogative, patriotism, and loyalty. The event culminated in awards presentation to both instructors and recruits who had exceptionally performed regarding discipline, specialized skills, marksmanship, sports, and drills.
The Director General of Defense National Security Industries, Major General Bernard Waliaula, hosted the Adjutant General of the Massachusetts National Guard, Major General Gary Keefe, and his delegation at the Defense Headquarters here in Nairobi for discussions on mutual opportunities for bilateral cooperations. During the meeting, potential areas of engagement included support for a non-commissioned officers academy through the counter-insurgency terrorism and stability operations, maintenance of military equipment, disaster risk reduction and response training, and Ministry of Defense civilian training support, among others. Major General Afaksad Kiugu, Commandant Kenya Military Academy, on behalf of the Chief of Defense Forces, presided over the protection of civilians workshop held at the Humanitarian Peace Support School in Embakasi, Nairobi County. The workshop themed protection of civilians in the context of peace operations, operational reality and challenges, surveyed development in the implementation of protection of civilian mandates over the last 25 years, highlighting innovations, good practices, and lessons learned from the United Nations peacekeeping missions.
In his speech, Major General Kiugu stated that the dialogue comes at a time when the aspect of the protection of civilians in peacekeeping missions is faced with various challenges, hence the need for a comprehensive assessment of the existing frameworks.
Kenya, like many nations presented here, has a rich history of level and Western's first-hand impact of conflicts on civilian populations, and do understand the importance of protecting civilians.
Brigadier Joyce CTNA, Director of the International Peace Support Training Center, stated that this dialogue aims at enhancing the protection of civilians in conflict zones and further stated that it is of great significance to IPSTC as a training institution since the protection of civilians is the top priority of all mission mandates.
The Joint Chief of Staff at the Eastern African Standby Force, Brigadier General Stephen Kashure, officially opened the Civilian Foundation course at the Humanitarian Peace Support Training Center in Embakasi here in Nairobi. The two-week-long course brings together participants from the 10 member states of the Eastern African Standby Force, which includes Burundi, Comoros, Djibouti, Ethiopia, Kenya, Rwanda, Seychelles, Somalia, Sudan and Uganda, and aims to equip the participants with requisite skills on handling civilians in an operation area.
In his opening remarks, Brigadier General Kashure, who spoke on behalf of the Director, Brigadier Retired Paul Kahuri Njema, urged the participants to use the training opportunity to enhance their skills, broaden their perspective in peace operations, and strengthen their commitment to peace. He reminded them that together they can build a more secure Eastern Africa, and the world at large.
Moving on, the American Medical Operation Group trained the Kenya Defense Forces troops on tactical combat casualty care skills. The training focused on theory and field training on how to handle casualties during the pre-hospital phase of care. During the medical training, participants immersed themselves in realistic scenarios, putting their tactical combat casualty care skills to test.
The training also offered participants the necessary knowledge and skills to handle combat and non-combat emergencies both on the battlefield and in everyday life. Tactical combat casualty care is a crucial initial emergency medical intervention taken by soldiers, either individually or collectively, in cases of combat injuries to prevent further injury or loss of life in the battlefield.
Kenya Defense Forces troops conducted a one-day medical camp which saw 74 residents treated for various illnesses. Additionally, 33 families from the area benefited from food donated by the Kenya Defense Forces.
The officer commanding Major Vincent Ngole thanked the locals and community leaders for continued support of security efforts in the area. He encouraged a continued collaborative relationship to secure the area for sustainable peace which fosters development. The local leaders pointed out that the support given fostered trust and collaboration between Kenya Defense Forces and the locals.
Kenya Army troops from the 3rd Battalion Kenya Rifles, in partnership with Nakuru County Government, led pupils in tree planting exercise to mark the World Environment Day. During the event conducted at Nakuru, Baharini, Magun and Ingbo primary schools, over 10,000 seedlings of various indigenous trees were planted.
During the exercise, Major Griffin Sanalo from 3rd Kenya Rifles underscored the importance of guiding the younger generation in taking care of the environment for a secure tomorrow. On his part, Dr. Nelson Koros, a member of the Nakuru County Executive Committee on Environment, thanked the Kenya Defense Forces for spearheading the initiative and encouraged the participants to take care of the trees to ensure sustained growth.
The Moi Forces Academy, based in Nairobi County, held its annual Career Day, bringing together speakers from Moi Air Base, parents, teachers, and students. The primary goal was to provide career guidance to the pupils and motivate them to work diligently toward their future aspirations.
The Parents Association Chairman Lieutenant Colonel Danson Mwangi, while addressing the attendees, emphasized the importance of being role models for the children. The school's headmistress, Madam Jacqueline Okwaro, expressed her gratitude to everyone who contributed to the event's success.
His Excellency Honorable William Ruto, President of the Republic of Kenya and the Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Forces, will tomorrow preside over the Kenya Air Force 60th commemoration of existence at Moi Air Base here in Nairobi. The celebrations will highlight the Air Force's enduring legacy and pivotal role in national security and regional stability by defending and maintaining the sovereignty of Kenya airspace at all times. we wish the Kenya Air Force a happy 68th anniversary. Thank you for watching. We look forward for your feedback via our official social media handles. Enjoy viewership next Friday for the KDF Friday Bulletin. I am Sergeant Kasim Ali. Goodbye.